All right, y'all, we back. So, what do we do, child? I mean, that's the question of the day, right? So, what do we do? Well, I want to let you in on my perspective as a practitioner and also give you some general health tips that you can start implementing ASAP. Um, from my perspective, whenever I hear of any new virus, I immediately begin trying to figure out what will disarm it, what kind of protocol or combinations of diet, supplements, or herbs will work to handle that virus, just in case someone shows up in my office with it, because they always do. During COVID, this happened very, very quickly, and so I never underestimate what is possible. The very first thing that comes to my mind, besides praying for supernatural healing. So if you got monkeypox, you could pray for supernatural healing. If you need some help, call your girl, okay? But besides that, vitamin C is the first thing that comes to mind, okay? Vitamin C is so underrated. And I think I've talked about it a lot on this podcast, but most people are completely clueless as to how potent and amazing it is for disarming viruses. Did you know that injections of vitamin C were actually successfully used in treating polio, herpes simplex, herpes zoster, chickenpox, influenza, measles, mumps, viral pneumonia in the middle of the 20th century? Most of these treatments were described in the book Injectable Vitamin C, Effective Treatment for Viral and Other Diseases. And this book was an acknowledgement of the important thinking and the work of Dr. Fred R. Klenner. There's this other book that I've read that is amazing if you just want to go down the vitamin C bandwagon, called Curing the Incurable. And I love that guy. Wish I could get him on the podcast. He hasn't agreed to come on. If he ever does, it'll be the greatest interview ever. His book is incredible, also really great, and summarizes all of the research and all of the things that physicians have been doing a while ago to deal with viruses using vitamin C. So, anyway, these are physicians and researchers who worked in medicine from the 1930s to the 1970s, okay? They made the pioneering efforts on the medical use of injectable vitamin C in the treatment of viral infection. One of the first studies in the inactivation of the poliomyelitis virus in an in vitro setting using crystalline vitamin C or ascorbic acid was designed by C.W. Jugelblatt, MD, in 1935. In 1949, Dr. Klenner reported successful treatment of polio, diphtheria, herpes zoster, herpes simplex, chickenpox, influenza, measles, mumps, viral pneumonia with injections of large doses of vitamin C. The results, he wrote, which we have reported in virus diseases using vitamin C as the antibiotic, may seem fantastic. Okay? He called it fantastic because it was just spectacular what was happening using vitamin C. I mean, there's more. Okay. In the poliomyelitis epidemic in North Carolina in 1948, there were 60 cases of this disease that came under Dr. Klenner's care. They used vitamin C in massive doses. It was given like any other antibiotic every 2 to 4 hours. The initial dose was 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams. Okay, keep that in mind. The schedule was followed for 24 hours. After this time, the fever was consistently down, so the vitamin C was given 1,000, 2,000 milligrams every 6 hours for the next 48 hours. In all patients, I repeat, all patients were clinically well after 72 hours, folks. Okay? In the treatment of other types of virus infections, the same dose schedule was adopted. In herpes zoster, they used 2,000 or 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C every 12 hours. This was supplemented by 1,000 milligrams in fruit juice by mouth every 2 hours. 8 cases were treated in this series, all adults. 7 experienced cessation of pain within 2 hours of the first injection and remained so without the use of any other medication. 7 of these cases showed drying of the vesicles within 24 hours and had no more lesions within 72 hours. They received from 5 to 7 injections. Chickenpox gave an equally good response, the vesicles responding in the same way that it did in herpes. In addition to all this, Dr. Klenner treated many cases of influenza with vitamin C. The size of the dose and the number of injections required were in direct proportion to the fever curve and to the duration of the illness. Further, the response of an encephalitis virus to ascorbic acid therapy was very dramatic. 6 cases of encephalitis were treated and cured with vitamin C injections. 2 cases were associated with the pneumonia virus. 1 followed chickenpox, 1 mumps, 1 measles, and 1 a combination of measles and mumps. In all of these cases, definite evidence was found to confirm the belief that massive, frequent injections are necessary in treating viral infections with vitamin C. I could go on and on because it is just like the most fascinating thing to me ever. But since I can't go on and on, let me try to get to the point, child. Basically, people with viral infections have low serum levels of vitamin C. Okay, so this because we all don't have enough vitamin C stores anyway. Animals are the only ones that create it endogenously. We need to take it in order to be well. But then if we're not well, our body uses up our vitamin C stores very fast. So it leads to an increased utilization of vitamin C when we have a virus. We need this for the detoxification of reactive oxygen species during inflammation caused by infection. We need this also because viral infections produce severe oxidative stress on the body, which contributes to cellular damage and disease progression. So, low serum vitamin C may be due to the increase in inflammatory and oxidative processes that take place during a pathological state. So we just need more vitamin C. And so when you give the body what it needs, what happens? It heals itself. It begins to heal. The virus stops replicating. Things get better. Dramatic turnarounds happen, right? So subjects exposed to a viral infection need more vitamin C, and even more so depending on the actual state of their immune function. So the proposition is that the clinical management of viral infections, especially in early stages, many benefits will be noticed by repleting or putting back in the body the antioxidants substantially above the daily recommended allowances. So we're talking about massive doses of vitamin C. Okay. We already know it enhances several functions of the immune system, that the cells of the immune system have one of the highest concentrations of vitamin C. White blood cells have 80 times the concentration of vitamin C in their cytoplasm, allowing them to create vitamin C concentration surplus at the site of infection. Vitamin C also enhances the production of interferon, which helps prevent cells from being affected by a virus and stimulates the activity of antibodies. Basically, we need more vitamin C, guys. So if we can get in enough before a virus even shows up, we're preparing our body to be more resilient in the face of, contracting that virus. And we're also preparing our immune system to fight off that virus even more effectively.